let's just play the game. Let's say, it was explosive. Let's say this was, planned. Let's say a group of people come to you and say, hey, Richard, we would like to figure out a way how to, get World Trade Center to come down vertically all the way down. What supplies do we need? How much preparation do we need? How much manpower do we need? How do we need to get past the security to get in there, to set them up exactly in the corners that they need to be set up? How much money do we need to invest? And out of all this crew that work together, can we find these few hundred people that can get this job done to keep a secret for the rest of their lives that this never happened? What does it take for us to do something like this? What would you say to them?
Fair question. And we have to start with how we want the Twin Towers to come down. And we have to...
I want it to come down the way it came down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're looking at Building 7 here. But in the case of the Twin Towers, the official narrative tells us that the top part drove the rest of the building down to the ground.
Sure.
And then destroyed itself. Mm-hmm. Well, how do you do that? First of all, that's not what happened. The top part is destroying itself in the first 4 seconds. You can see it in the videos. It's very clear. The top part is the structural steel is actually being liquefied, if you will. And so what happens after that, by the way, 156 first responders are hearing explosions. This is in the oral histories produced by Thomas Von Eschen, the fire commissioner. They're hearing explosions before the tower ever collapses. This is research by Professor Graham McQueen. It's incredible. And you wouldn't want that to be a part of your story, but there's certain things you can't get away with when you're planning this event. But after that first 4 seconds in each of these towers, we have laterally ejected, freely flying structural steel sections weighing 4 and 8 tons, 80 miles an hour out of the tower laterally, landing 600 feet in every direction, destroying many buildings around them. That's incredible. This is not like a banana peeling like the debunkers like to say. So we're getting at how you bring the building down, but we have to look at how it actually came down first. We have squibs, or isolated explosive ejections, occurring 20, 40, 60 stories down below this destruction zone. So how can that be accounted for also in the official narrative? It cannot. And then we have the complete shattering of the structure, something that the National Fire Protection Association Guide 921 says look for in your investigation of explosions and fires. Look for the shattering of the structure, debris thrown great distances. That's exactly what we find. And down at the bottom, what do we see? Because everything, the structural steel is ejected so far laterally, we have at the bottom of the pile only a 2-story pile of miscellaneous twisted metal. Well, where did the steel, what crushed the building if the steel is 600-foot diameter all around each of the perimeter of these towers? During the course of its destruction in the air, that's 100,000 tons of structural steel in each tower, not contributing to the collapse of this building. Maybe it's the concrete floors. Mm-hmm. Each of them were 4 and 8 inches thick on various floors and an acre in size. But we look again at the videos and we see the complete pulverization of this concrete, which is across Lower Manhattan in a 3 square mile area. Wait a minute. If the concrete is in a blanket 3 inches thick across from river to river across Lower Manhattan, what's crushing the building? This is happening during, not afterward, during the course of the building's serious series of explosions, which are also visible on the videos. So we have 2/3 the weight of the building that's not even available to crush the building. And Zdenek Bazant of Chicago Northwestern University came out 2 days after 9/11 with his theory, which was so obfuscated that it took engineers almost a decade to crack. And when they did, they find that not only did he use all the steel and all the concrete in the weight, but he multiplied it times 3. It's a complete fraudulent attempt to try to explain mathematically, because he's a mathematical wizard, how this building was destroyed, and it remains the key theoretical basis for NIST's column failure theory.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.